right, guys, welcome back to another episode on the Dynamic Lifestyle Podcast. Got another solo round here with Chris Angel Martinez. If you guys don't know, that's Chris's middle name. I had to get him with that one. His middle name is Angel, but it's pronounced Angel in Spanish, so I had to get him with that one.
The real question is, am I an angel?
No, no, never. In case you guys are wondering, my middle name is Nicholas.
Nick
the Quick.
Nicky.
All right, so just kind of kick this off. I mean, we're going to be talking about, pretty much the biggest myth around, having an online coaching business and kind of how to get around that, because there is a lot of myths and a lot of bullshit. But before we get into that, I want to kind of just get the listeners up to speed on just kind of like where we're at with things. So we did, end up going to Texas recently for the Rise Fitness Business Conference, which was amazing. Great time. Met some great, amazing people there. Some great speakers. Have some great podcast guests on there. So that's one thing we want to do, is get some awesome people on there that were speaking there, and had the whole setup in our hotel room. It was awesome. And I can't wait to put those out to the listeners because they were great interviews. Then we ended up going to Austin, right? Spending like 2-3 days there and getting a feel for that. That was freaking amazing. Did a couple interviews there, and it was just awesome. Like, Texas was freaking awesome. So much love to all those Texans out there. That was our first time being there. I don't know if they have twins with huge eyebrows out there, but we went there, and it was a great experience.
Yep. And now it's on to Thanksgiving and Christmas and the New Year.
Good old holidays.
Good old holidays. So crazy where the year has gone. And then 2020, man. So yeah. It's been a blast, though, so far.
It's been cool. So it's just it's crazy to see how fast this entire year of 2019 is just coming to a close.
It really, really has. But we're finishing strong, though, with the podcast. These interviews, can't wait to put them out, like the ones we did in Texas. But I can't leak any of those right now.
No, can't.
All right, so let's talk about this big myth, to having an online coaching business. So there's tons of myths. Maybe we'll do another segment off this if you guys like this. So let us know. Please, some feedback if you like this, this segment with a myth, and then we can definitely come up with the other myths, because there's so many myths around having an online coaching business. But the biggest myth I want to talk about today is, do you have to have a massive following to have a successful online coaching business and profitable? That's a huge myth.
What's a massive following?
I don't know, man. What? Hundreds of thousands of followers,
millions.
Is
it spread out across all platforms?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. People don't even understand the context of it. Is it just Instagram? Is it YouTube? Is it Facebook? Is it cumulative? I mean, is there? What if you have a following in your state or a community around there? Does that count?
Yeah,
So that's why I like talking about this, because it's so dumb when you actually think about it. It really, really is. It's is it Insta famous? Whatever that even means. All right. What's it mean to be Insta famous? What's an Insta, a trainer or something like that, online?
I have no idea.
So yeah, that's why we want to talk about this myth, because it's kind of funny. But it's serious at the same time, because this myth prohibits a lot of people, from taking action and starting their business and actually putting out value and using their true gifts and talents to deliver value and help people out, as being coaches, right? So it is a serious thing, because it is something that really crosses a lot of people's minds. And a good example of this is we've had a lot of people in the Dynamic Inner Circle, the past couple of years, to where this was one of their fears. This was one of their kind of limiting beliefs, that they have to have a massive following, or they thought that, and we've done a lot of kind of discovery calls as well too. And that was one of the big questions always, right? Is, do I have to have a massive following? Do I have to have 100,000 people on Instagram, all those things, right? Sure. So it is something serious you want to kind of dispel and talk about this, So I guess I'm going to kick this off, man. What is your thoughts around that? If somebody comes to you and says, do I have to have a massive quote unquote following to have a successful online coaching business and be profitable? Because we've had an online coaching business for nearly a decade, with Dynamic Duo Training, first serving over thousands of clients with their health and fitness. And now the past couple of years, it's still an online coaching business when you think about it, with the Inner Circle, right? We're trying to make it more community-based, with in-person stuff, but it's still considered an online coaching business for the past couple of years, and helping hundreds of fitness professionals, right? Grow and scale their businesses, their online businesses. So That's my question to you to kick this off.
Yeah, it's a good question. And I mean, man, it's like this conversation could go on for so long with this. And I've had this conversation with a lot of like other people, like our mentors that I respect and stuff too. And everybody has a different opinion, which is great. And for me, I'm always going to say no, starting off, just because I would never want to depend on, a following on social media to, dictate my success, my legacy, and help people. Obviously there is pros to it, but number one, I would say no, you don't need a big following, because I think you just need to develop the mindset, right, and believe in yourself and have that huge why, understand what the movement is, who you want to actually serve out there, right, and not be all over the place. Get very clear as to who you want to work with, right, what you want to do, what makes you different, right? Learn how to tell your story, position yourself, and then, put in the damn work, right? And nothing's owed to us. You have to pay your dues. It's going to take time. And something we teach our, fitness pros in our Inner Circle program is the whole methodology of hustling outside of social media, right? Which you have control of that, right? Social media, you don't have a lot of control of. So why sit there and worry so much about a huge following and numbers, right? So start off with hustling outside of that, right? Within a 5 to 10, 15 mile radius of where you live, right? Go to local business shops, put yourself out there, take flyers, cross promote, build up that network there to where it's like, that there's clients everywhere, there's money everywhere, and people don't understand that. So, I would first say that, don't get so fixated on the following part.
Yeah.
But then
I was gonna say, let me add to this real quick,
go for
because I think it's a crucial point, because we're using this as a context of like Fit Pros, right? And that's why we preach really, really hard the hybrid training model of doing in-person and online coaching. So you don't depend solely like on the online part of having a massive following and all that stuff. But if somebody's doing other type of coaching and it's online, right, they can still do, like you said, the hustling outside of social media, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what industry you're in.
Exactly. So I really, really want to hammer that home. And if you want to continue, or I had a question I was going to ask you on top of that.
Yeah, really quick. I just want to say the reason why I think too a big following could help, and does help, is just because, absolutely, it's more eyeballs on you, right? From like a global spectrum, which is great. But you just never know what kind of audience that is, right? And is it really organic, like a lot of people say? I mean, hell no, it's not. Most people's huge, massive followings are not organic. A lot of people pay for that traffic. It's people from, third world countries, different places, right? Which, they're people, right? But are they really going to ever invest in your program and have the financial, funds to do that? Probably not, right? And again, you see a lot of people that just post like pictures of like their bodies and women in bikinis and just selfies and stuff. And it's like, okay, you have a massive following, but what are you going to do with that at the end of the day? Like, how are you going to monetize that?
Right. So that's a discussion I want to get with this massive following too. Like when people have these massive quote unquote followings, like we said, we don't know what the hell a massive following is really, right? Unless you put context on it. But let's say somebody has 1 million Instagram followers, just for example and context sake. So would that be true influence or popularity? Because that's another conversation you can have with somebody too. Like, let's say somebody has an online coaching business and they have 1 million followers. Like, is it true influence and impact that they have, or is it more because they're just popularity?
Yeah, again, that's a tough one to answer, right? It's like, I don't think there's like any black and white answer to that. I think it's more of like a gray scale, but I think a lot of it would be popularity.
Right.
I do. I really think it'd be more popularity, and I'd be interested to just see like how are those people really doing within their business, right? What kind of like money are they really generating and bringing home, and are they, most importantly, having those people have success rates within their coaching platforms and their services, right? Because it's a lot of people. I mean, if you have like a million people following you, and you're always getting hit at all these angles with like DMs, comments, the pressure to show up every day and show up with content and put yourself out there. I mean, that's not easy. That's a huge job itself and very time consuming, to where you have to have a team to literally do that. So that's why I question, how would that person's actual coaching business really be? Are they able to serve, clients, individually, or is it more like, a one-to-many group model, which is totally fine, but are they able to really execute and help these people within their coaching business?
Right. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. We truly, truly appreciate it. If you guys are a fitness professional and you guys are looking to rise to the occasion, if you guys are looking to learn the 4 I's, create more impact, influence, income, and impact, then grab a copy of our new book, Rise of the Fit Pro. So we're gonna link that in the description box below. Get your free copy on there with the other free gifts on there and learn to rise to the occasion and be a wealthy fitness professional. While you're at it, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Talk to you guys soon. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's where I think too, where again, it's like yes and no to having a massive following, right? And the thing is though, I'd rather have 1,000 true fans, 1,000 true raving fans, than 1 million followers to where it's predominantly popularity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because those 1,000 true raving diehard fans are going to be the people that are going to buy your products and services and have your back and help you build that community, right? And spread that. So that's one of the things is guys, is like, don't get freaked out about like needing a massive following like right off the bat because of that. You can find 1,000 true fans. Like there's this article called 1,000 True Fans by Kevin Kelly. Just Google that, read that, and you'll see what the whole concept is of trying to find 1,000 true fans. This is what we tell our inner circle students is like, you're not trying to serve 1 million people. You shouldn't be trying to serve 1 million people. It's too many people, right? That's going to take a long, long, long time
Again,
to get
that's
that.
It's not specific and niche down.
It's not. So that's why it's so important to be specific, who your ideal avatar and niche is. What is your specialty? What is your method? What is your story, to where you can really niche down to 1,000 true fans and serve 1,000 people, or maybe even a couple hundred, right? If you could do that, your business is going to be successful, it's going to be profitable, and it's going to have a lot of impact going forward, But again, I get the point with what people say too about having the massive following, right? And I see the pros with that too, because the thing is though, is I would want to have like 1 million followers, because that's 1 million people that are going to get to know me. Yeah. If you go back to the acronym Know, Like, Trust, I think one of the biggest things is first getting people to know you. Because if you're good at getting people to like you and build that trust, and you have like really good value and you mean well and you have a good movement, then yeah, of course, they're going to like you and trust you. And then eventually they're going to want to be bought into your program or your service and stuff, But I think what a lot of these people that have massive followings, based off of popularity, is they do a good job of like getting people to know who they are, but then they suck at the like part and the trust part. They have no idea how to like cultivate those relationships, how to make it very intimate with people, make people feel like actual people by responding to them, commenting with them, relating to them. And then ultimately they fail on that trust part. And that's why you see these people with massive followings and they can't monetize for shit. They're struggling.
Yeah.
Or
if they do, they have like a $10, $15 monthly subscription, because that's the only way that they're going to be able to monetize that, right? With all those people.
True. But then you can make the argument to where it's like, okay, they can start that and that might go good for about 2 or 3 months, but then you got to consider churn.
Of course.
Right. So that could plummet after 3 months, because again, they suck at the like and the trust part. Yeah. And building the community and delivering every single month. They don't understand how hard it is to deliver every single month in a subscription model like that and reduce the churn. So that's what I'm saying. That's why this is a good conversation, because there's no black or white answer. There never will be. It's what you truly want going forward with like your online coaching business.
Yeah.
But I would always advocate, don't get wrapped up in those numbers of like massive followings right off the bat. Like start off with those 1,000 true fans, serve them, build up a community. Like you said, eat shit a little bit, pay your dues, learn a lot, put in the time. And then eventually, you can definitely start going towards building a bigger following to open up more doors and stuff like that.
Yeah. And for me, I'm always just going to go back to just, being more intentional and, the importance of your messaging, behind all your content and, what you actually put out on social media. That's more important to, than just being this like, persona and this personality of just like a personal brand where you're just like all over the place, right? And just showing like maybe just your lifestyle or dumb shit that you do, or videos or memes and stuff. And I get that. That's what drives in likes and views and stuff, because people like that, right? They want to see entertainment,
right?
By nature, as humans, we enjoy entertainment. That's why I preach edutainment, education plus entertainment. If you could do that, if you're especially a coach, right? That's what you should be doing to keep things like, interesting, but it's tough. It really is. And, I remember we had this conversation with one of our inner circle students, Juan, the other day in his coaching day, and he was asking us, should I go the route of doing more of like a personal brand or my actual coaching business, with like on like social media? And I told him straight up, that it's hard. I wish I could tell you just like how you should do this, but if what's working for you now, the way you're doing it, then continue doing that, right? It all depends on what you're trying to do. If that's more of chasing the personal brand aspect, or if you're doing more of like the coaching aspect of like the community-based thing, just helping people, being a little bit more niche down and speaking to certain people. So it just really depends on what you're trying to do, within a coaching business.
No, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, I think this conversation was good. Again, I don't want to get into more myths. I want to just kind of go off of this one, but I think it's a really important myth out there of having a massive following, like for an online coaching business, and, people kind of just getting discouraged or prohibited from that. And a lot of people listening,
do it.
I know you guys like want to, probably do some sort of coaching on some sort of scale, whether it's in person or online or a hybrid of it. And I want you guys to understand that you do have value, you have a story, you have a talent, a gift that you could actually provide to people to instill confidence, instill hope, and get them results. So I believe in you guys. So I'm hoping that this conversation really kind of reframed your mindset and outlook on needing a massive following for it, So I don't know, any last words or steps like maybe that they can take practically for this?
I always got some last words. And some practical application. I mean, okay, so let's say that you do feel like you have to have this large following, and that's fine. Everyone's going to be different. Like, I'm not saying people have to listen to us, and, I would never be like, dude, I know everything and like just,
right.
Blah, blah, blah. No, hell no. I'm still a student. Like, I'm trying to figure all this stuff out. So if someone said, yeah, Chris, Eric, like I just have to have a big following. Like I truly feel like that. I have to have a big following to establish an online business and a coaching business. Then I would just be like, okay, got to go the direction of just putting out valuable, intentional, and shareable content every single week, right? Whether that's 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, you got to show up. You got to show up on all social media platforms, do a really good job, put out badass content that's quality, not shitty, right? You have to sit there and try to collaborate with different people and borrow their traffic, get their eyeballs. So be a giver, not a taker, right? So collaborate, ask them how you could help them, maybe just shout them out, do something that's going to help them first, and then the reciprocation will come, right? But other than that, you can go the route of, paid traffic. You can go do ads. You can build a brand awareness, campaigns, engagement campaigns. You could definitely do that, so it really just depends like what you really want to do and what you feel is most important to you as like that coach and entrepreneur for your brand and business. Yeah.
I mean, you hit the nail right on the head where you said like those 3 forms of, getting traffic, which is the paid, you create it yourself through the VIS content, or you borrow it through like collaborations and stuff. So yeah, if you want the mass following, I think that's great advice. Now, if you want to go the other route of building the 1,000 true fans, I'd really recommend just really identifying again your niche, who the target customer is that you really want to help out, right? Figure that out first. What solution do you have to somebody's problem? What specific solution do you have to get them out of that specific pain? And then after that, get really, really good, like with positioning yourself to that celebrity status, because too many people want to hang out in that generalist type of like area, right? But the more you learn how to position yourself, market yourself, sell, persuade people about your messaging and, your services, that's going to take you from a generalist to basically an authority to a celebrity status, right? To where that is a point where you can create more impact, influence, income, and independence. So that's what I would recommend. Like we said, there's no right or wrong to this. It's really, truly what you want to do. I just want to dispel the myth to where it's like, you don't have to have a massive following to be successful in online coaching or be profitable.
Yeah. And one last point, because this is important too. So let's say hypothetically, someone did want to start an online coaching business and they had to get that massive following. And let's say they did somehow. Let's say they did get a massive following. Then what though? You have to really know what to do with that following.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand is like, you could have this massive following. You could have this freaking amazing blueprint on how to make money and be successful. But it's like, if you don't take action on it and it's like, there's no intention behind it, there's no game plan, right? Then you're not going to do shit with that following and monetize it. You're not going to last.
There's no systems in place. There's no processes. There's no automation.
No foundation.
Nothing built out, for that anticipation of that tons of traffic and eyeballs. So yeah, you have to, it's like putting the cart before the horse, and that's why I think it is a better route to go the 1,000 true fans, because you're most likely going to be ready for that and anticipate that and have all that foundation, the systems, the process, the automation all built out to where it's like, okay, then if I get that type of traction and audience and traffic, I'm ready to monetize that and handle it and not disservice them and not lose my reputation on my brand.
Yeah, just think if you had 1,000 true fans, like 1,000 true fans every time you put something out, like some sort of offer or whatever it was, like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to do extremely well and become very wealthy, and you're going to have a loyal, fan base and following and community behind you. So that's 100%. To me that's the only thing that matters. 100%. Is community and the people that really care. Right? Like, not the people that are, just out there just following you for the sake of just following you or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Well,
that was my finishing touch on that.
All right. I don't have anything else. I mean, like, this was good, So other than that, guys, hopefully this helped out. Like I said, if you're an online coach, we kind of cracked our 2 cents on this from a decade of experience. You don't need a massive following to be profitable and successful, So yeah, hopefully this helped out. Put those practical applications to use. And as always, if you guys have questions, please reach out. And then also too, join our free Facebook community too. If you guys want to type in Dynamic Inner Circle under Facebook groups, really, really engaging, awesome group, give a bunch of value, have conversations like this. So
you can actually go to dynamicinnercircle.com/free group.
Oh, okay.
And join that community.
So Sneaky Eric made that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, you guys can go there too and join our group. We'd love to have you guys in there. But yeah, other than that, I mean, that's all I got, man.
That's pretty much it. As always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Share this episode out with somebody that would find it valuable. Again, if you're an aspiring coach looking to build something online, again, just don't be afraid of like a following or social media. It's only half of the battle, and it's just a small percentage of what you have to really just look forward to. And there's always different avenues to go out there and really just make a killing, impact people, and live a badass lifestyle within your business.
100%.
Yeah. So with that said, until next time, guys, we are out of here.
Peace. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. We truly, truly appreciate it. If you guys are a fitness professional and you guys are looking to rise to the occasion, if you guys are looking to learn the 4 I's, create more impact, influence, income, and impact, then grab a copy of our new book, Rise of the Fit Pro. So we're gonna link that in the description box below. Get your free copy on there with the other free gifts on there and learn to rise to the occasion and be a wealthy fitness professional. While you're at it, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Talk to you guys soon.